Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So, today I want to show you a really fun video, which I'm not sure I could call it a guide. I mean, to be fair, I could call it a guide because there are some variations. But I'm talking about showing you a team that I'm using for myself for the sake of doing this Dragon Tournament that, requires us to use the Nyresan Union only. Nyresan Union means the Dwarves, the Shadowkin, and it misses from here the Sylvan Watchers. So you can use the Sylvan Watchers as well. And honestly, for the sake of rewards, we get in here what? We get some silver, rare book, some of the charms that we don't care about. The top 3 ones could be the ones that could be interesting, but at the same time you might be thinking, okay, is it really worth it? I'm not 100% sure. Like, I would say to people that it's worth it, considering that there's a fusion coming, and there's still a fusion ongoing, and you still need to grind the other events for sake of fusion. However, the thing that made me want to actually go for it is there's nothing going on today. Like, the 5 nights finishing, the spider starting tomorrow, and there's nothing else you can do with your energy unless you save them, or unless you farm the arcane and the magic keep to have the pots. So if you're not farming these two, like, this is what I would suggest, go farm these ones. But if you have extra resources and you know what, you wanna grab yourself another 5-star chicken, if you wanna grab yourself some of the coins from over here, you get the, I keep forgetting the names, honestly guys, I keep forgetting the name of those coins because I don't use them that much. So if you wanna grab yourself some of the eternal soul coins, then you might be wanting to go and do this one. And honestly, Dragon's one of the easiest ones to do, and because you only need 2,100 points, it shouldn't be that crazy. The easiest way to actually do this and try and double and triple dip, because that's the reason why I'm doing it, as I'm triple dipping, kinda. 1, I'm doing the Dragon Tournament. 2, I'm doing the champion training. 3, I'm doing the dungeon divers. Actually 4, I'm actually doing, getting points for the sake of CVC. I don't have to worry about, oh, let me go into spider, make CVC. No, I'm just gonna farm Dragon 20 and I'm gonna get points from here, because these 2 are still going on. You need to finish the champion training. You might finish it off tomorrow with some spider, but up until then, what? You're just gonna keep waiting, so might as well do it. And there are several options. The best options that I guess you could use is, if you did manage to keep a copy of him, or if you have a copy, is Ornn. If you have my Celiac Priest Ornn, you maybe already have him built. He's the one that, even though he got nerfed before he got released, he can still solo the Dragon 20. Just need to build him in the right gear, or he can even do 25 if you want to do 25. But for the sake of just specifically getting that point, I would suggest to people, just do stage 20. Whenever there is a tournament or an event where you just want those rewards and then you want to back out, you don't care about the best quality gear from that specific place, always go to stage 20. Stage 20 of the dungeons are the best stages for the sake of points that you receive for the sake of the energy use. So keep that in mind. Stage 20 is always the right one to go in there. The way that I'm doing it is I'm basically just going in there and I'm doing it because, I don't want to re-gear my people. So what I'm using is, I'm using my Tronda and I'm using my Ninja. But one thing you have to keep in mind, don't do this mistake, because I did this mistake in a previous video. Make sure that the fodder that you bring alongside is from the same faction. Do not bring fodder that's elf or demon spawn, because you're not gonna get the points. So go by faction and go, go at the end of your keep scrolling. And once you get here, you're like, okay, which are the ones that I don't have leveled and I can use as fodder to slowly level up. And then you start slowly picking these ones, and keep going up. If you don't have the right fodder, you can always just go pull yourself a few of the mystery shards and get your, get your uncommons from these ones, because they have quite a few. So if you go to dwarves, they have 5 uncommons in the dwarves. Then if you go to Shadowkin, they have 2 uncommons in here. And then for Sylvan Watchers, they have none. But you might get the other ones in case you want to do this the right way, or you just farm it without getting the food. But the way that this one goes for me, it's pretty simple, it's pretty fun, because like I said, stage 20 of the dragon is one of the easiest, if not the easiest, of the dungeons out there. As you know what, this is a dungeon that you normally do even as a free-to-play in like a month. So the fact that I can do it with 2 people, it's not something too crazy. And it's some people will be like, oh, you have crazy gear, oh, you have a crazy level. Yeah, that's true, I do have decent gear, I do have good enough gear, but the thing is, I didn't change these people, or I didn't build them specifically for this. My ninja is currently built for the sake of the Sand Devil on 24 with Godseeker, the one that I showed in a previous video. Then my Trunda, she's just basically built for arena nuking. She's not built to survive, she's not built to tank, so she does land some stuns and the HP burn, so that helps as well. I have Ninja that does the freezes, but you know what, if you build yourself, for example, a Herdig, you don't have a Trunda, you can get a Herdig in here, because Herdig would do quite the same, you know, the same thing. He can still nuke the waves, he can bring decreased defense AoE, he can bring weaken, so you know what, he might be better option for you, but you might need to tank him a little bit more. You might just need to build him specifically for this, you know, just swap your chest that you have on him, maybe with attack percent, bring an HP percent one, and this should be pretty easy. You know what, even for me, for example, for Ninja, I could have just changed the banner or something, or a chest for him to get him some resistance, but look at this, I'm still doing this pretty comfortably, and you know what, the thing is, I'm getting 200 points because dragon points for CVC are 2 times. So why not? You know, it's basically just shows me all the reason why I want to do this one. The only reason, like I said, why you would not do this one is if you're short on resources for the sake of finishing the fusion, then I would say do not do this. Your priority should be finishing the fusion. If you have extra energy and you want to pick up the 5-star chicken and those coins, then you have the options of doing this. There's plenty of other good champions in these 3 factions that could use, like I said. You don't necessarily have to do it with food like I'm doing it. You can just bring a team, and the easiest way to do it is have somebody that does AoE decreased defense, somebody that does nuke, a reviver in there, and then a poisoner or 2, or an HP burner, and this is gonna be an easy one to do for you. For me, it's just, you know what, like I said, I really wanted to make this video because this was fun. It's like, you know, I did not really expect to do it. Like, yeah, I had decent enough gear. I did not expect to do it as easily on 20. I thought I was gonna die more on the waves. I thought I was gonna die on the dragon because I've never tested this. I have not tested this specific, you know, this team specifically exactly like this on the dragon. I do have a seer team normally that I'm using, and I have ninja soloing at the end, but still. This was fun for me to actually do. So after this one finishes, let me just jump and show you exactly the builds that I have on my people and the masteries, just to give you a rough idea. But one thing I would suggest is if you have somebody that solos at the end, make sure you have around 300 resistance on them, because otherwise you can be killed by the poisons from the boss apart from slamming. So basically Trunda's, like I said, she's in my nuking gear. She's, you know, she's pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh yeah, everyone can do this. No, it's pretty solid build. Like almost 7k attack, 86 crit damage, savage plus cruel. I do have a 2-star awakening on her. These are her masteries. Like I said, she's straight up in my arena build, my arena, you know, my arena gear and masteries. And then the fodder, obviously I have nothing to show there. And then this is my ninja. My ninja is with War Master down to support chief for sake of his debuffs. Obviously both of them are fully booked, and have him in a region. But look at this, I have the crazy high accuracy because this is what I'm using for Sand Devil 24. If you're not at that point and you don't care that much and you want to have a ninja build just for the sake of some dungeons or Doom Tower, the way that I have mine normally built is I have around 280 accuracy, because in Doom Tower I use somebody that brings an 80 accuracy lead and then gets him to the 350 accuracy that you need in Doom Tower. And then resistance, I have around 330 resistance, because again, that's for sake of Doom Tower hard. If you just care about the dragon, just get around 280 to 300 resistance on him and you're good. Speed does not have to be 245, you can be 200, 210 speed, and just give him HP and defense, because Ninja's so good at doing damage, especially on boss parts, on the boss side of things with his A2, that you don't care about his crit rate, crit damage. Just make sure he stays alive, make sure he does this and the A3 a lot, and he's gonna be melting any boss in the game. But yeah, this is gonna be for the video today, guys. I just wanted to show you my Nyresan, or however you call this. Is it Nyresan? Yeah, I might not be pronouncing it correct, but this was my video for the Nyresan Union Dragon 20 team. I'm farming some food, I'm farming that event. As soon as I finish that, I'm gonna stop it and I'm gonna move on with grinding my champion training and maybe more CVC points if I actually have to. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you do not like my content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, just leave it in the comments below, what team are you using if you're doing this. If you're doing this, what team are you guys using? Are you using a full team? Are you farming food? Are you using my celiac priest? Or just let me know, I'm curious. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye guys.